Hello and welcome back to the Master League with Man United on Pro Evolution Soccer 2019, and today we're bringing the game against West Ham. We're still doing pretty shit really in 11th. Terrible loss 3-1 to Man City in the last game, but I'm feeling sort of confident. Am I feeling confident? Not really. But yeah, big run of fixtures now, all pretty close together, game every 3 days, so losing, and then some big games coming up: Liverpool, Schalke in the Champions League, Fulham, and then an international break. So yeah, we're going to keep this going. Probably only will get one season done, I imagine, before news of Provo 2020. I imagine my music is quite loud. Okay, hopefully that's a bit better. Right, let's get into this game against West Ham. This is how, well, I'll go through the lineup and everything in a minute. Let's, yeah, they can go in their blue kit. We'll be at home in the red kit. Yeah, Juan Mata. Do I want to start Juan Mata? I don't think I do. Let's start Jesse Lingard in that position. Or Weigl can actually come in for McTominay. We'll put McTominay on the bench though. Instead of Pereira. Gomez, Garner, Grant. No, I don't want any of those on the bench. Let's go for that. Let's go. Hello and welcome to Old Trafford. Man United are sort of out of form and are playing West Ham United today, who are doing pretty well this season in the league. Paul Pogba comes back in to captain the side. Not the best of times against Man City, losing 3-1 in the Manchester derby in the last game, but they'll be hoping for something better in front of the Old Trafford faithful today. We'll be right back to go through the teams and then get the game underway. So the home team line up like this: David De Gea in goal, Diego Dalot, De Ligt, Diop and Tierney at the back, Weigl, Pogba and Ander Herrera in the middle three, Lingard, Icardi and Marcus Rashford start as the front three in the team. Big new signing Alderweireld is on the bench for this one. West Ham line up with Adrian in goal, Zabaleta, Rice, Chris Smalling and Masuaka, Noble, Pedro Obiang, Yarmolenko, Antonio, Arnautovic and Lucas Perez complete the starting 11. Chris Smalling and Diop doing that switch. One going to Manchester, one going to London, and let's see who is on the winning end of today's game, as the game is kicked off by Mauro Icardi. Drops it into Man United, who are just going to look to commit possession, keeping, or going back to the 4-3-3 that they had a bit of success with earlier on in the season. And it looks like West Ham are just going to are very happy to let Man United play with the ball in front of their two banks of four, as that goes back in towards Pogba. Herrera flicks it around the corner into Icardi. Pogba sees the run of Icardi again, but just couldn't get it over to him. Weigl keeps the move alive. Dalot into Lingard, tried to flick it back, but there is a free kick given to Man United in that melee somewhere. I think it was just a bit late on Weigl. It was. I think it was Arnautovic getting back at him as he played that ball at the line. Little stamp as the ball had gone. Referee was right on cue, in good position to put it in its rightful decision. And Pogba will take this one short to Herrera. And say Man United just looking to keep the ball, but not the best of balls. Back to Weigl. Herrera flicked out left to Tierney. Up it goes into Rashford. Rashford holds on and gives it back to Tierney. Tierney fires across it, looking for Icardi, and Chris Smalling got there, I think, against his former club, and just allowed West Ham to clear their lines, as Dalot is happy to let that one go out and gets the game back underway pretty quickly. Here is Weigl up to Herrera. Not afraid to use the width today, Man United. Tierney back in field to Herrera, into Pogba. Pogba flicks it round the corner, looking to try and put it into Lingard or Icardi, but couldn't successfully complete the pass. De Ligt. Up it goes to Weigl, into Lingard, who hasn't featured too much this season for United. And he'll be hoping to impress Vinko Peritin in these sorts of games. When he's selected from the start, he'll be hoping he can make a bit of an impact on the game, as Herrera's been given a lot of space to run into here. Feeds it into Paul Pogba. Found a bit of space. Pogba with a curler. Great save from Adrian in the West Ham goal. And Lingard keeps it alive by going all the way back to Dalot. You can see Tierney and acres of space on the left-hand side. Puts the ball over there. Tierney looks to fire it in, and Man United will take the corner there, as it's all good possession football at the moment for the Red Devils. They've got to be wary of the counter-attack from West Ham, but at the moment they are playing it around very nicely indeed. Paul Pogba with a great opportunity to make it 1-0, but just couldn't put it in past Adrian. But he is here taking the corner, and it goes towards Icardi, whose header was blocked, and the clearance is completed by Chris Smalling up to Arnautovic. Arnautovic against his former colleague Diop, and it's laid back out now, and Tierney will have to go and close him down. Perez tried to do a crossfield pass. It's intercepted well by De Ligt, who goes up towards Lingard. Flicks that on well to Icardi. In towards Paul Pogba. Now Pogba just looking to turn away from his marker, Obiang. Into Lingard. Lingard into Diego Dalot. Lots of space here. Puts the ball in, looking for Rashford at the back post. It's headed away well. And it's brought out of the air by Perez. Up to Arnautovic. And this is West Ham's opportunity to counter-attack. But De Ligt gives away a foul. That will slow the game down. And you'd think that would suit West Ham absolutely wonderfully well. As we can see West Ham completing 88% of their passes. But not really doing much with the ball. As it goes forward towards Perez. Diop wins the header. Pogba looks out towards Rashford, who just sensibly keeps the ball for United to Tierney. Into the new signing De Ligt, who's settled in well at Old Trafford. He's been playing some good football and quite a lot of football as well in terms of time at Old Trafford at the moment. As it goes up the line, Tierney into Rashford, who's surely tackled from behind by Zabaleta. And it is. The referee gives the free kick and he comes over just for a chat with the West Ham captain. Nothing much doing there. But Rashford here's not been involved too much this season. Rashford had a bit of a disappointing start to the campaign, and we'll be hoping to be able to do a bit more as the season progresses. As Pogba is over this free kick, gets it up and down over the wall, but it's a bit too close to Adrian, and it's a pretty easy save for the Spanish goalkeeper in the West Ham net as he goes long with his kick, looking for Arnautovic. De Ligt shows very good strength to get in front of him, but the pass by Weigl was just given away a bit too easily, and Man United for the first time in the game really on the back foot as Perez looks to get in behind, and it's up to De Ligt to mark Arnautovic, which no one does, and De Gea doesn't cover himself in glory, and that's an easy finish for Arnautovic there, and it's 1-0 West Ham with their first meaningful attack of the game. De Ligt thought he had Arnautovic covered, but the ball was over the top. Dalot couldn't get there. De Gea just fluffs at it, and it's 1-0 West Ham, and that sums up Man United's season so far. It's been pretty dreadful in that sense. They dominate games and just can't put the chances away as Pogba feeds it out to Herrera. The referee could have played advantage, but gives the foul on Pogba. Just caught a bit late by Mark Noble, as now De Ligt stands over the ball and plays it out to Dalot on the right hand side. He immediately goes up the line looking for Lingard, who gets there in front of Obiang. It goes into Dalot again. Dalot just holds onto the ball, tries to feed it through. It's going to make its way through to Icardi, into Rashford. Rashford gets a shot off just past the post from Marcus Rashford. And it was a good flick round the corner from Icardi. Rashford took it early, but just couldn't make it count. Dalot with the ball low into the box. Icardi touch, flicked on. Rashford with the first time effort. They didn't get enough curl on it to go into the far post. And West Ham will count themselves lucky. West Ham with one shot, one on target, and one goal, as we say, is sort of sums up Man United's season, those sort of stats, in a defensive sense. They generally keep teams out from having lots of shots. The shot they have just goes on target as Tierney plays this one into Pogba. Pogba tries to hold off Obiang, but is actually tackled fairly, and it goes up towards Perez. Perez holds onto the ball, tries to feed it back through to Obiang, but De Gea's out, catches that very well, and he pulls the ball, not hanging around, gives it out to Tierney, up into Herrera. Herrera sees the run of Icardi, but it's intercepted well by Zabaleta. And here come West Ham again. Obiang lays it out towards Yarmolenko. Nice feet from the Ukrainian. Back to Noble. Out it goes to Zabaleta. Up to Perez. Perez to Yarmolenko, who lets it run for Zabaleta. And Tierney comes in and gives away the foul. Yarmolenko's over the ball. Is he going to take it quickly? No, he's not. He lets Man United set up their defensive line. And it is Arnautovic over the ball. It's a good ball in, and everybody misses it. De Gea pounces. And Man United again live to fight another day. Diego Dalot has the ball, and he's got a lot of space to run into on the wing. Not really much movement in front of him. It's been a big problem for Man United in Vinko Peritin's early part of the season. Rashford into Icardi, lays it off to Pogba, who just can't get there. The pass back to Pogba was really poor. They've gone early for Perez, and that's easy for Diop to cover. De Ligt up to Weigl, into Pogba. Pogba can't get there, and that is half time, and it's 1-0 United. A very sloppy goal conceded from their point of view. 70% possession, 4 shots with 3 on target, and nothing to show for it. And at half time, it's 1-0 West Ham. So a change of tactic for Vinko Peritin. Romelu Lukaku comes on to replace Julian Weigl with two strikers going up front for United now, matching West Ham's 4-4-2. We'll have to see if it plays dividends in the second half as it fired up towards Perez. De Ligt intercepts it very well to start. Pogba gets the ball from Herrera straight up to Lukaku, just lays it off into Herrera's path. Herrera out to Rashford, tries to get it back on his right foot. It's a great tackle from Zabaleta, not once but twice, as Diop looks to take this ball off and marauds forward from the back. He just avoids that slide tackle, lays it in to Pogba. Pogba into Icardi, into Lukaku. Lukaku shoots and it's a good save from Adrian. It's cleared away and Diego Dalot picks it up into Lingard. Lingard left-footed cross in towards Lukaku with the acrobatics. And it goes past the post and straight away Lukaku making a difference as soon as he comes on. It's all about the big Belgian at the moment. Dalot into Lingard, just dinked this on his left foot into the box. Lukaku had time, set himself for the spectacular, but just couldn't get it on target. And again, it's following the same pattern as the first half. Adrian goes long and it's De Ligt via Arnautovic again. And Arnautovic wins this battle for the first time against the young Dutch defender. Lingard's back there defending, but it's played well and Obiang gives that away. De Ligt to Herrera. Pogba up to Lukaku, back to Herrera, first time up to Icardi. Much more flowing move about United here as Lingard just tried to jink round the tackle, but the defender got the ball and Arnautovic looks to get in behind. He's shadowed well by De Ligt and sort of goes the long way round of him, but De Ligt will get that ball back after Perez's pass was pretty poor, to be fair. The Spanish, I was going to say international, but I don't think Lucas Perez has played an international cap, is giving the ball away quite cheaply here as Herrera comes forward with it, tries to lay that into Icardi. Icardi into Lukaku, uses his strength well, gives it off to Tierney, who fires in across looking for Icardi, doesn't pick it up though. Herrera gives it back to Tierney on the wing. Tierney gives it off to Pogba, who's got a bit of space, into Lingard. Out to Herrera, flicks it on one more to Tierney. Referee plays a good advantage. It's played in towards Lukaku, who's fouled. No, he's given a foul to West Ham, which I don't quite understand. There was no offside flag. Lukaku didn't seem to do anything malicious. But after an hour gone, it's still West Ham 1, Man United 2, and this is not what Vinko Peritin would have had in mind when he saw this fixture on the schedule. He would have assumed this would be a Man United win, but that's lovely football there as Dalot looks to swing it in into Icardi with a header, but it's over the bar. Dalot playing the early cross. Adrian not happy with his defence, but when Man United get that flowing passing football, it does look good. Just that end product. Dalot swinging it in, Icardi with a header, but couldn't get over it, and it easily goes over the bar. And it's all Man United so far. All the Red Devils attacking, and they've got nothing to show for it at the moment. Lukaku gives it in to Icardi. Back to Lukaku. Gives it off to Rashford. Back into Lukaku again. He takes a touch. He's surely fouled on the edge of the box, and he is. And this is Paul Pogba territory, and it'll be interesting to see how the teams line up to defend this. Smalling fouling his old strike player, or striking, I was going to say partner, but that's not true. As it comes in here, Lukaku dives round the tackle. Chris Smalling just flies in to try and block what I think was the shot. And this is a dangerous free kick for West Ham to face with Paul Pogba over the ball. Pogba stands over it, gets the whip on the ball, and Adrian just plucks it out of the air again. A much better free kick from Pogba. It had pace and dip, but it couldn't beat Adrian in the West Ham goal. De Ligt is all over Arnautovic, man marking him out of the game as here comes Herrera. Lukaku is fouled yet again, and this could suit Pogba once more. It's just a little bit further out, and a bit more distance for a bit more whip and pace on the ball. Pogba over it, he gets the whip. Oh, it's just past the post. You can't think he's got too many more sighters in him. It wasn't too far away as it goes long. 20 minutes to go for Man United to save this game as Arnautovic wins the header once. De Ligt then gets it back. Up it goes towards Herrera, into Pogba. Pogba with a nice turn, lays it off to Icardi, in towards Lukaku. Tries to get Diego Dalot involved and does on the right hand side. Now lots of space for the young Portuguese man to come forward. Takes his time, puts a cross in, looking for Lingard. It's blocked away and Zabaleta will get there ahead of Rashford. It's up towards Arnautovic. Wonderful header from De Ligt yet again. In, looking straight for Pogba, but just overhit the pass. Comes out to Obiang, up towards Arnautovic. Up to Perez, tries to go back towards Arnautovic and does. West Ham are just happy Playing patient, controlling football at the moment. Goes out wide. It's kept in play by Masuaku. Gets round the attempted tackle from Jesse Lingard. Back to Masuaku. Lingard puts a foot in. Arnautovic is there. Gets a shot off and he's scored from his second shot in the game. West Ham's second shot of the game, and it's curled into the net. And David De Gea has got to be, I think, held responsible for that. Valencia to Masuaku, into Antonio Valencia. And he's just curled it round De Ligt, and De Gea's just not ready for that sort of shot. And it's 2-0 West Ham. And Man United do not deserve this. They have been by far the better team in this game. They have nothing to show for it. Tierney in towards Paul Pogba. Up it goes towards Lingard. In towards Icardi. Back to Pogba. And trying to put it through. Caught late again from the edge of the box. Second substitution for Man United. Then Mark Noble gets a booking for that foul as Mata comes on to replace Pogba. And Mata's going to stand over this free kick straight away after coming on. Juan Mata takes it. It's into the wall. It's no better than Pogba's efforts, but they do get a corner out of it. Third and final sub. Luke Shaw on to replace Tierney to bomb up that left back position. Pogba fires it in. Looking at the near post. It's flicked on. And Zabaleta gets it away. And it will fall to Delo. He's got a man on the edge. It's Ander Herrera. And Obiang dives in. It comes to Pogba lining up a shot. He has a go. He's hit the post. Paul Pogba from Rangers hit the post. And the referees stop play there for some reason. I think Lukaku may have pushed the defender. I think he did, yeah. Chris Smalling was here. Lukaku got it away and he's gone down easily to get his team a free kick. But Paul Pogba so unlucky, smashing the post with an effort from range as it goes long now. And Luke Shaw tries to win the header, but can't. It goes out to the right hand side towards Yarmolenko, who has been kept pretty quiet. The whole West Ham team really have been kept quiet and they've just taken their chances. Icardi in towards Lukaku, but it's taken off his toes. Up to Yarmolenko. Luke Shaw comes over to put him under pressure. And they just keep the ball. Look at this sensible play from West Ham as it goes back and up the line towards De Ligt, who wins the header yet again. He's had a great game at the back. Pogba to Herrera. Herrera comes forward with it. Lots of time and space. Takes a heavy touch. Lukaku does get the ball back. Lays it into Luke Shaw. Trying to create a bit of space for himself, the Englishman. And it goes. Just hits Lukaku in the chest. And that's a goal kick to West Ham. Diop with a good tackle. Up it goes to Icardi. Pogba takes a heavy touch. Diop can't get there. It's fed through looking for Perez. He gets the wrong side of De Ligt. And De Ligt actually gets back very well and covers it. And then plays the ball. Referee, just play advantage. We've got the ball. Surely this will be the end of the game as soon as De Gea takes this. It is. It's 2-0 West Ham. And that is utter shite. So the match stats then: 2 shots on target, 2 shots in the game, 2 goals with 35% possession, only completing 80 or attempting 81 passes in the game. Man United having 65% possession, 12 shots with 5 of them on target, 164 passes completed, but West Ham come away with a 2-0 win. So a very disappointing result. Shocking, really. I don't know how. The computers on Prez is far too clinical. I mean, 2 shots, that second goal from Arnautovic, it's just ridiculous for that to happen. Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep going. We've got Brighton next. We'll see you then. Cheers.